is the time to invite somebody who is a phenomenal actress, director, and writer. She's an ambidextrous personality. Her major contribution has been in the area of art and cinema, winning critical acclaim for her sensitive and close to life characters that emphasize the changing roles of women in India. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for none other than Miss Deepti Naval.
Welcome, Deepti ji. Good afternoon again,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Uh, I mean, I think a couple of years ago, I don't know whether you remember,
Yes, yes.
we had a conversation in Daulat Ram College.
Yes, absolutely. I remember
Yeah,
that.
so
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember what we discussed at that point, but 2 years down the line, uh, I mean, you obviously, I was speaking with Anupriya, who's from this generation. You are from generation where
Yes.
we grew up with. I mean, the generation that we were. Uh, so, I mean, as an actor, uh, do you still get roles that are as challenging as the ones you got when you were, you had a.
I don't know if one gets roles as challenging. I mean, I think with age, roles become few and far between. But I try to, because I don't want to be the typical, mom of Hindi cinema. So I wait, and if I get a interesting role, then I kind of go for it. I did that when, I mean, it was a challenge to play the negative role in NH10. Yeah, that was challenging. I would say that.
And that was unlike anything you'd done before.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
was like completely against.
Yeah, so
type.
one has to wait for a challenging role to come up. You know, if you want to go to the studio every day, you can do that too. But I choose not to because I want to do other things with my life.
But when you see films today, I mean, we as critics we talk about how Bollywood is changing and roles are being written for older actors. I mean, Neena Gupta gets these films where. So I mean, do you think that things are actually changing, or I mean, is it just on the surface?
Yeah, I did two films where I play 50 plus, and it's the protagonist that I play. One is Listen Amaya, which
Seen that. It was a
Farooq
lovely
Sheikh
film.
and I did, yeah. And the other one is Memories in March
Sanjay Nags from
with
Rituparna.
Rituparna Ghosh,
Yeah.
yeah. So like I said, कम होते हैं, थोड़ी देर में आते हैं, not, one is not flooded with roles like that, but yeah, you have to wait and then
Well,
select.
you paint, you write poetry.
Yes, yeah.
So is acting still sort of central to your life, or you
No,
moved
at the
on?
moment writing is.
Writing is. So I mean, you're not
Because
being-
at the moment I'm writing a book. So it keeps changing.
and you also paint, or you stop?
I'm a painter. No.
No, because the question I'll ask
Yeah.
you is, I mean, why don't you make more films? Because the film that you made, I think that I was in Cannes that year when you was showing it in the market, and
You're talking about दो पैसे की
दो
धूप,
पैसे की धूप,
चार आने की बारिश. Yeah, it's on Netflix now if anybody wants to see it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping to make another film this year.
Do you have a script ready?
Yes.
You have.
Yes.
So we can
I
look
do.
forward to.
Yeah, hopefully yes, if things fall in place.
But we often with actors, they tend to sort of form a team with directors, and I mean, you had a team with Farooq Sheikh, we know, as a
Well,
Fair.
I actually did 103 films, and
no, but you never.
only 8 films were with Farooq. But
I mean,
it
8 is a large
seems
number.
like, yeah, it
I
just
mean-
seems like most of my work. Actually,
No, no,
that's
no.
not true.
But with directors, I mean, you worked with all kinds of directors. You worked with Gulzar Saab, you worked with Rishikesh Mukherjee, you worked with Prakash Jha, you worked with Ketan Mehta, you worked with Saeed Mirza. But you've never really stuck to, or you've done a couple of films with Amol Palekar, very, very interesting films.
Yeah, Amol directed me in
Yeah.
one of my favorite films, Ankahi.
Ankai. So you've never really formed a team with a director in terms of, a director casting you repeatedly.
No,
So
no,
why was
no,
that?
there's
Is there
no.
a reason, or?
I don't know. There is no reason. Um, which are the directors that I worked with?
You worked
Yeah,
with a lot
I
of
mean,
directors. I mean,
I worked in 2 films. I think after Mirch Masala, I worked with Ketan.
Ketan,
Yeah.
times, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's no, if it's a kind of a, you're making me think like a negative thing. I don't
No,
know.
no, no, it's not
I've never
negative.
looked at it like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's not a negative thing at all. I think it's wonderful to be able to work with all these lovely people. I've done 2 films for
Sai,
Sai.
of
After
course.
that, she didn't make a film. I've done 2 films with Rishida, and I don't think he made. Yeah, he made a film after that with Juhi. Yes, but that's not where my mind is right now. You're asking me something which is making me think in a not a good way.
No, so and of course, I mean, so again, so let's think in a better way. I mean, which are the directors you really enjoyed working with? I mean, for young people here who might have seen your films later in life, I mean, much later than when they were released.
I enjoyed working with Rishida, Sai Paranjpe, Vinod Pandey, each and every person. I
Ek
think,
Baar Phir,
Jagmohan Mundra, I did 2 films with him also.
Kamla and
So maybe we should make a list of 2 films, at least,
yeah,
with
you
one
have,
director.
You have a lot of directors with 2 films.
What do you say? So, yeah, I did enjoy working. Also with Tinu Anand.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Nobody
one-
saw that film. It's
No.
called Ye Ishq Nahi Aasan.
I know. Yeah.
Rishi Kapoor, myself, and Padmini. Yeah, very few people saw it, but I enjoyed working with Tinu as a director. I wanted to work with Rituparna Ghosh as a director, but he turned out to be my
But was he-
co-star.
But did he offer you any role when you were working with him
No,
on the film?
no.
So, and Sanjay Nag has never got back to you with another.
I don't know
Yeah.
what he has done after that. No,
You don't know.
no.
So do you watch films that are made today? I mean, do you keep up with what's happening in Bollywood?
Sometimes, if I hear enough about a film, then I put my time into it. Yes, I make it a point to watch it.
So would you like to talk about what you're writing now, the book?
Yeah, I'm working on my 5th book. There has been 3 books on poetry. One collection of short stories called The Mad Tibetan, and other stories. The poetry books have been Black Wind and Other Poems, and Lamha Lamha initially when I was writing in Hindustani. And The River and I is another 3rd book, which is a collection of poems again. This one is a childhood memoir, and that's all I can tell you right now.
So it's like a bit like a biography, but only.
My childhood memoir, very much autobiography, but only childhood.
Okay. And so, if I may ask you, I mean, are there any? I mean, again, it's a very standard question to ask, but there are a lot of.
Please don't ask standard
No, what I'm
questions.
sa-
Can we
what I'm
talk
a-
a little in depth? Huh?
No, what I'm asking is, I mean, when you watch a film today,
Yeah.
and you see young actors, is there ever a feeling that, maybe you were born a little later and you worked in a different time
Yeah, I would
period?
have been. I would have liked to be born the times when Vaida Rahman, Nutanji, Nargis ji, all these women were ruling the industry. I would have liked to belong to the cinema world at that time, not any time after that. I did have a good time, but but that period was such a classic, time. Of
Yeah, but
the
your period was
industry.
also, I mean, that period of the 80s,
Also,
90s had their own charm. I mean,
yes,
but I mean,
had
to-
its time.
so
You asked me a question. I told you what I
No,
feel.
but it's always a human tendency to look back and think that was better. So, is there nothing today that you think is? I mean, is there something?
No, we're
that you
not
would-
talking about
No, no,
today or
No, what I'm saying is, there something here that you've seen in the last couple of years?
today they are doing very good work. All the youngsters, all the young filmmakers, all the young actors, they are highly skilled people, and the kind of subjects that they are now tackling for cinema, because ये इतना रहा नहीं है कि film, like I was talking to somebody just now, कि film theater में release होगी कैसी होगी, मतलब how will it do at the box office, वो इतने concerns अभी नहीं रहे, because now there's so much such an opportunity to
Yeah, the
release a
platforms.
film on the net, on other platforms. So those considerations are not the main things. So you can pick up different subjects and make films. That's what is good today. Very good.
So, when you were active in the industry, you were getting roles. I mean, was there an approach that you had as a creator? Did you go to the set and were you a spontaneous actress, or did you prepare a lot?
I'm not a method. I've had no training. So please
So
don't
it
ask. I don't know what my method is.
So you just went
If
and
there is
went
a,
with your
just
flow.
by instinct, I can only tell you that.
But did you have directors who sort of told you what to do? Or?
Of course, the director's job, they do their job. They tell you what they're looking for in a scene. They don't show it to you. They don't tell you how it is to be done. You have to use your own head and heart.
So again, there are a lot of these young people here, the students.
Yeah.
So, is anybody who's interested in acting? I mean, would you?
Who all are actors here?
They're all filmmakers.
Okay, they are. Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, is there something you would tell them? I mean, about what the risks are of being an actor, or what needs to be done?
As an actor, the whole life you have to live with insecurity. Because you don't know, you have one job, you don't know whether you're getting a next job. होगा कि नहीं होगा अगली फिल्म, और अगर मिल भी जाती है तो वो चलेगी, अगर नहीं चली तो उसके बाद तीसरी फिल्म मिलेगी कि नहीं मिलेगी. You don't know that. So but the only thing I can tell you is keep doing your work with utmost sincerity, whether you're a filmmaker or you're an actor. Just believe in yourself and stick to your guts. That's all.
So before we end, I mean, are you working on something now? I mean, there's a lot of web series happening, a lot of work.
Yeah, एक तो अभी release हुई है, but I'm not web series. Yeah, I hope they don't start taking the web series too lightly. Because it was a great opportunity to tell different stories, and I'm just kind of beginning to get a feel कि वैसा ही ना हो जाए जो टीवी में हो गया था. तो उसका थोड़ा सा डर है कि टीवी की तरह नहीं चले जाए कि चलो छापो, like let's just like can stuff, let's just make that many episodes and then season this and season that. I hope that the accent remains on the content and what we are trying to do with the on this medium is to be able to talk about things which we couldn't because of financial constraints. We couldn't risk making those subjects for the theater. We are now able to make it, whether short film ho, web series ho. But I'm just a little bit concerned at this moment कि it should not become हल्का फुल्का टीवी की तरह नहीं हो, टीवी सीरियल्स की तरह नहीं.
Because there's a
हाँ,
demand
churning
for it.
out वाला नहीं होना चाहिए. So I'm hoping कि थोड़ा उसमें कुछ अहम जो काम वो हो सकेगा.
Just talking to Anupriya, who's done a lot of work on the web.
Yeah, we are working together.
You are
Right now.
So are you doing season 2 of Made in Heaven? Made in Heaven is what?
No,
Just
not Made in Heaven. Criminal Justice.
You're working together with.
Yeah, Criminal Justice season 2, right? हाँ. तो उसमें हम लोग थोड़ा करेंगे काम. हाँ, करेंगे.
Okay, thank you, Deepti ji.
Thanks. Thank you.